Hey everybody, my name is Adam Smith, and I want to jump on real quick and tell you a little bit about my Indiegogo campaign, why I started it, who I am, and what I'm trying to accomplish. So, one morning recently, it hit me that, um, one way I can accomplish this goal that I'm about to tell you about is simply by just asking people to help me. I was a nonprofit development director for 4 years, and so I've certainly done my share of asking people for money, basically for the mission and for making a difference in the community. And so I'm not sure why I didn't think of this sooner on the business side. But the reality is sometimes the easiest way to get help is just to ask for help. So what I wanted to do is tell you a little bit about what I'm trying to accomplish and how easy it can be and the difference that it'll make in the people's lives. So one thing I've been trying to figure out is how can I lower the cost of my art classes so that more people will take them. There's two big groups that could really benefit from this. One of them is kids. Often parents, especially in this economy at the moment, they feel pinched and they want to support their kids with art, but there's all these other competing things too, and something has to normally give. And so sometimes they pick art and sometimes they have to say no to it just because it's cost prohibitive. Or if they grew up like me, I grew up in poverty and it's hard to get anything, right? So that was the one big group that stood out. And then there's another group that stood out, which is the senior citizens. And oftentimes these people are on fixed incomes and they're really just trying to keep things going. Property taxes recently have made it harder on them financially to kind of get through the month. But the thing that both these groups have in common is that they need community, and a creative community like an art class can be an amazing opportunity for them because both of these groups right now, you can look up study after study after study. It's actually one of the things my nonprofit was focused on was just loneliness, people feeling very lonely and isolated. And so having an art class allows people to get together, try something new, work on some skills, have fun doing it, but they get community. And even if their goal is never to be a professional artist, taking an art class is really good for them. And so I realized that since I believe in this so much, and I know that there's some financial hardship out there, I was thinking, gosh, I can just probably use my development brain and try to make a difference with that. And so when those bigger dreams sort of happen, it really tells me that it's time to start asking people, see if you'll help. So the big number goal is $10,000. But the small bite-sized pieces of it is really, I'm looking for about 100 people that can contribute $100 for this. And that way, it's super simple. The other thing that's cool about that, being on Indiegogo, is Indiegogo allows you to set up these little perks, right? And so I set up a couple different levels of them. But as an artist, what I wanted to make is I want to make a painting that I turn into a special limited edition print that will be signed and numbered for the people that give at that level. And even if that's the only perk that people took advantage of, if I had 100 of those out there, to me, that's a great limited edition run. And you guys can check out my artwork if you don't know. I mean, there's some right here, obviously, but I can make some cool stuff, and I have a really good idea for what this one's gonna be. But that's that perk at that level. There are lower level perks. There's some higher level perks. I really don't, I'm not set on any of them per se. However, we collectively get there to help these people. I think it's good. And what the amount would allow me to do is it basically covers the cost of the lease for the studio for the whole year. And what that does is it takes all the pressure off having to get that in the price of the class. So basically it turns a $30 class into like a $20 class, and it turns a $20 class into like a $10 class. And ultimately what that would do is that would benefit about 1,000 people. if I can accomplish that goal. So, so that little bit can have such a massive ripple impact. And then on top of the good that it will do for all of these people, like I said, there's perks at all these levels. And so I think it's a really good opportunity for people to have a huge win-win in this. And I feel like I should have just done it sooner. But before I get off, I want to show you my studio so you see what's going on. Okay, so this is like my desk area, and then over here I have room for 8 people, and if they're kids, I have the chairs for parents too. It sort of doubles as my own personal gallery, but most of the time I'm just using it as a personal studio, and I'm using it to teach classes in. And so this space, one of the levels is $50, and pretty much anyone that gave at that level or above, they'll have their name on the wall as a thank you, a gratitude wall. And then I do have a couple levels for corporate sponsors to get involved. That's where we start getting into advertising, just the same way that any other corporate sponsoring would work. And so I'm willing to put those people up to give special honor for contributing quite a bit more than the average. But this space in the course of a year, I believe it's going to help a lot of people, and the first 2 months already has. You can see some of the kid work on the wall. That was from my 6-week drawing and painting class for young creatives. So I'm pretty proud of this space, and I'm really optimistic of the future of it. But if you guys will help me, I can guarantee I can help a lot more people. And so that's why I put the campaign out on Indiegogo. Like I said, there's some really great perks out there for getting involved. But even at the end of the day, even if you just wanted to give and not take advantage of any perks, you're going to help me help a lot of people in this community. And it'll mean a lot to all of us. So anyways, thank you for listening. And thank you for checking out my campaign. And I will make sure the link is somewhere close for you to get more information. But thanks so much. Bye.